welcome.
Thank you, Kalani. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Kalani Das, your host and teacher here at World Drum Club. I'm so pleased to welcome my guest today, Randy Gloss, teacher at CalArts here in California, here in Southern California. And yeah, thanks for coming over today.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me.
To my tiny little studio.
Don't be deceived. It's so spacious.
It's so spacious. Yeah. In fact, I think we might be in front of the Taj Mahal at some point.
We are. Yeah. This background might change. We might travel as we go.
We might travel through time and space. So we're looking at tabla today. This is an introduction. You just heard tabla. If you haven't heard tabla before, I hope you're amazed because it is an amazing instrument. So this is an introduction. We're going to do some techniques in another video, but Randy, could you tell us, just for people that may not know much or anything about the tabla?
Tabla is kind of the classical drum of North India, although it's also found in folk music and light classical and popular music and dance music. But it's the most pervasive, I would say, percussion instrument of North India. Collectively, the set is tabla. Sometimes people refer to this smaller drum by itself as tabla or the dayan, and this as baya or bayan. Interesting, most traditionally is used goat skin, although you will find other animal skins. But always what I found the most interesting is the use of this black spot, which is made out of iron shavings and overcooked rice to make a paste. And it does some amazing things. On the smaller drum, it allows the drum to isolate overtones and harmonics and fundamental pitches, so you can really make it far more melodic and musical. On the bass side, that's exactly what it does. Because it's off-centered in an asymmetrical way, it adds mass. And anytime you add mass, it lowers pitch. So if I were to take this black spot off, the drum would be significantly higher, more of a treble sound than a bass sound.
Right.
So I always found this to be incredibly interesting, how this is utilized and how this applied surface doesn't choke the sound, but actually allows the drum to really resonate and sing.
It's really an amazing technology, and like you said, it's an old drum, right? This is hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years old, yeah. The other thing that I find really remarkable is when we start looking at the tuning system.
Right.
You know, a lot of people think that tabla, because it's made with lacing, this kind of rawhide lacing, is more primitive. But interesting, like this drum that I'm playing is about 5 3/4 inches. And in this under 6-inch drum, there are 16 tuning spots, 16 lugs. And if we think about, let's say, like a snare drum, that's a 14-inch drum, great snare drum has 10 lugs.
Right.
Average one, 8 lugs.
Yeah.
A drum that's fraction of the size has double the amount of tuning spots. So it's pretty remarkable, and it's very, in one way, it's very simple, and I think it's very easy to kind of underestimate the beauty and the sophistication of it. But that's part of it. It's just how refined the whole tuning system really is.
And that's part of the craft or the art of playing the tabla is tuning the tabla.
And even the art and craft of making it. It's a highly skilled thing to make.
So let's talk about the construction, because I'm sure some people may have noticed one is wood, one is metal.
Yeah, you will find, you know, in India, you will find other things, like traditionally, in older days, you would find clay bayas. That was fairly common. It went through a period where wood, but metal is the most kind of resonant to really give that nice tone. And as far as the smaller drum, yes, traditionally always wood. You see a lot of, like, what changes, sometimes shisham, which is a light rosewood. There was a period where you could get real dark rosewood, and people were using that. Mahogany, which I think this drum is a pretty common wood to find. Yeah.
Great. That's fantastic. So we're going to wrap up this video, but could I ask you to just maybe play some of the samples of the individual, without getting into it. We're going to get into it in the next video, but some of the individual sounds.
One of the beautiful things about tabla is you never have to deal with stickings like every other drum. Right, left, we never get into that. Everything has a name. So this sound is called na. This is tin. This is tum. Ge tete kata ge. So everything has a name. Din dagi na dagi di na ge na. Dati dagi dagi na dati dagi tu na ge na. So everything is about the language, the grammar, piecing together word to phrase to sentence to paragraph to a narrative story.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is amazing. As you know, I hope you guys can appreciate how deep and rich the culture is around tabla, not just in general, but specifically to tabla, and then of course all the other related North Indian instruments. So before we go, I want to, let you guys know how you can contact Randy. If you want to contact him directly, how can they contact you?
Randy at randygloss.com or rgloss@calarts.edu.
All right, awesome. So look up Randy's website. Check out CalArts, too, if you're not familiar with CalArts. Amazing college up in Valencia, just north of where I am. Amazing. All right, thanks, Randy.
Thank you.
We're going to do another video, so watch for the one where Randy's going to break it down and talk about some of the techniques.